Hi friends, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. So today's our topic is rational number. Yes, today we'll be discussing about rational numbers. But before moving on to the directly rational number, let's just understand different types of numbers. Now you must be wondering, do the numbers have types? Yes, numbers do have types. For an example, natural number, integer numbers, then whole numbers, irrational number, rational number, all of these are types. Now, why we need different types of numbers? For an example, if I am saying I have 5 chocolates, so these 5 chocolates are what? This 5 is what? Number. If I'll say ice cream, yes, ice cream, the temperature of ice cream will be -3 degree. So that -3 is what? Number. If I'll say the temperature of the room is 40 degree, so that 40 is again the number. Now let's just talk about rational number. Pizza. If I'll say pizza, out of this 4 slices, if I can eat only 3 slices, so this 3 out of 4, that will be 3 by 4. Now this 3 by 4 is what? It is a rational number. So we need different types of numbers to represent different things, like the temperature, the pizza slices and all of that. So this is why we need different types of numbers. Now let's just begin with the understanding of these numbers. So the first is integer. Integer are what? As I said, this -3, 40, and if I'll say I have book width of 100 pages, so this 100 is what? Again it is a number. So this -3, 40, 100, all of these are integers, or 3 by 4 is also an integer. The second example is natural numbers. But before moving on to the natural number, let's just understand whole numbers. Now whole numbers, as the name suggests, whole numbers. So it won't be 3 by 4 or half or anything like that, because what it says, whole numbers. So these whole numbers include 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. So whole numbers are what? 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. Now natural numbers. So as we know, whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 infinite. Now natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinite. Yes, the difference between whole numbers and natural numbers is very simple. That in whole numbers we will count 0, but in natural number we will begin with 1, 2, 3 and up to infinite. So this is what about whole number, natural number and integers. Now let's just understand irrational number. To understand this numbers, that is irrational number, let's just take one example. As you can see over here, the triangle, that is right angle triangle. Let's just give name to it. That is A, B and C. Triangle A, B and C. Now give it a dimension to it. AB is 1 meter. Then this BC is also 1 meter. Now if I want to find out this AC, then what I'll do? I'll use Pythagoras theorem. Now this Pythagoras theorem we will understand later on. But as of now, let's just take that, because AB is 1, BC is 1. So this AC will be √2. This AC will be what? √2. So this √2 is what? This √2, the value of AC is what? It is an irrational number. The number which cannot be represented in a fraction, that is P by Q form. That will be irrational number, and which does not terminate. That means they have no end. Yes, they have no end. For an example, the value of √2 will be 1.4142135 up to infinite. They have no end. So this is what the irrational number. √2, then √3. All of these are irrational numbers. The numbers under root, but if I'll talk about under √4, then this under √4 will not be a irrational number. Why? Because under √4 will be equal to +2 or -2. So this won't be an irrational number, because +2 and -2, +2 is natural number and -2 will be an integer. So √2, √3 or √5, the numbers which are not perfect square, so that will be of irrational numbers and which does not have any end. There is one more thing. In irrational number, there is one thing, that is pi. We call it pi. That is we generally take the value of pi that is equal to 3.14. So that is what the pi. Now pi is irrational number. You must be wondering, we write 22 by 7. But this 22 by 7, if you will try to divide 22 by 7, what you will get? Just try. Here you can see we are dividing this 22 by 7. So this 22 divided by 7 will be equal to what? 3.14 or something, which never ends. There will be some repeating pattern. So this 22 by 7 will be a fraction number. But this pi is irrational number. So pi is what? Irrational number. Now let's just understand rational number. Now rational numbers are what? The numbers which can expressed in the form of p by q. The number which can expressed in form of p by q. Here I have full size of pizza. Out of this full pizza, I can eat only 3 parts or 3 slices. I am not eating this last slice, that is 4th slice. Now what I said, out of the 4 slice, I can eat only 3 slices. So this 3 by 4, it is what? A rational number. 3 by 4, that means out of the 4 slices, I can eat only 3 slices. This is how we can represent rational number. But there is one condition. Yes, there is one condition, and what it says that q, that is if what I said that the number which we can represent in the form of p by q will be what? Rational number. But the condition is q can't be 0. Q will not be equal to 0. If I'll write something, say 8 by 0, then this is not possible, because if there's 0 in denominator, that will be infinite, or there's no value of that. We will call this p as a numerator and this q as a denominator. So this is what the rational number. So if I want to represent, now you must be wondering, we cannot write 0 in denominator. Can we write this 0 in numerator? If I'll write what we have taken, that 8 by 0. Now just reverse these numbers or take a reciprocal of this 8 by 0. This 8 by 0, the reciprocal of 8 by 0 will be 0 by 8. Now 0 is what? Now 0 by 8. Now 0 is an integer and 8 is also an integer. So p and q will be integer. So if p and q are integer but q cannot be 0, then we can say that this is rational number. So yes, 0 by 8 is a rational number. 0 by 8 is rational number. Now if I'll say that the number, suppose say pi, can I say this pi is rational number? Can I say this pi is rational number? Yes, we can. Now you must be wondering, how can we write pi as a rational number? Let's just understand this pi. I have written this pi. Now I am dividing this pi with 1. I am dividing this pi with 1. So 5 by 1 will be what? 5. 5 by 1 will be 5. So this pi is also a rational number. If I'll write 3, if I'll write 100, if I'll write anything, that will be what? A rational number. The only condition of rational number is q can't be 0. So what we have understood? The definition of rational number is what? The number which we can represent in the form of p by q. But q can't be 0. That is what the definition of the rational number is. Now let's just understand what is the difference between rational number and fractions. Now after watching all of this, you must be wondering that then what is fraction and what is this rational number? Is they are of same type? Let's just understand whether they are same or different. Now I have written this rational number and this is fractional number. This rational number and fraction number. So we'll differentiate it and then we'll understand. Here rational number, I am writing minus 9 by 13. Minus 9 by 13. Over there, I am writing 9 by 13. 9 by 13 and minus 9 by 13. Now this minus 9 by 13, I have written minus and over there I have written positive. Why? Because rational number, now minus 9 and 13, The numerator is what? Minus 9, and the denominator is 13. So minus 9 and 13, it means minus 9 and 13 are what? Integers. And according to the definition of rational numbers, the numbers has to be integers. So yes, it is satisfied, and q can't be 0. Obviously the denominator is 13. So this is the true condition. Now 9 by 13. This 9 by 13 is what? Positive integers. So that means we can say that fractions, the difference between rational number and fraction number is that in fraction numbers, let's just write p by q and p by q in both. That q can't be 0, q can't be 0, both. The condition is same, definition, there's minor change in definition. Over here, p and q will be what? P and q will be integers. P and q will be integers. And in fraction number, p and q will be natural number. P and q will be natural number. Now you know the benefit of understanding all the numbers type, different types of numbers. Now natural number, that means 1, 2, 3 up to infinite, or we can say positive integers. Positive integers. So we can write 9 by 13 in fractions and minus 9 by 13 in rational numbers. So the minor difference, or we can say the main difference between rational number and fractions is that over here there will be integers and over there that will be natural numbers. So integers and natural numbers. So this is what the main difference between rational number and fractions.